Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to tell you guys exactly what it is I pay a month for this car and how much it costs to maintain it. One thing I totally love about having a 2LT . So today I want to tell you guys how much I pay a month to have this car. Okay? Now, obviously, this isn't going to apply to everybody unless you happen to do the same exact things that I did. Now, you know, I'm saying this because Gregory Salvatore posted a video called How to Get a $40,000 Car for $200 a Month. And it kind of blew up pretty bad. A lot of people knocked what he was saying, and they didn't quite understand that, you know, he wasn't necessarily talking about himself. He used himself as a reference to get, like, a nice car. But he, you know, a lot of people thought that he was trying to say that he paid $40 for his car and only $200 a month, and it turned into a whole mess. So, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I paid for this car, what my monthly payments are, and what it costs for insurance and registration and just daily maintenance and, you know, driving. So, first off, I want to start by saying, when I got this car, I'll include a picture. Here's what it was priced at. Okay, so I actually got this car used, and I got it from a Ford dealer. Okay, it's a 2011 Camaro 2LT RS package. So, as far as having the V6 model goes, I have the top model. Like, I have, like, the ZL1 of the V6, if you want to, you know, get into it. So, my car, new, cost over $40K. But I only paid $20. By the time everything was said and done, you know, the warranty, extension, everything, tax, tags, it was $23. Okay, so $23,000 is what this car cost. Now, what do I pay a month for it? Here you go. I don't pay shit. Okay? The only thing I pay monthly on this is the insurance. Now, some of you are probably thinking, like, how are you not paying for it? Simple. When I got this car, I went in and I bought it. Just like you would go in Walmart and buy something. So, I don't owe anything on it. I literally walked into the dealer with cash and said, I want that car. And he told me how much it would be, and it was kind of one of those, open the briefcase, here's your money, done. You know, back when I lived in Atlantic City, I actually made quite a bit of money. It's kind of funny, like, looking back on it now, but here's an image off of Facebook, you know, how I actually had, like, money in hand all the time. So, you know, for me to go and then spend $23,000, just pull it out of my pocket and pay for the car, was kind of like nothing. So, the car is paid for, I own it. Now, as far as the monthly, you guys won't believe what I pay for insurance on this thing. It's $150 a month for this car and my wife's car. So, now you guys are probably like, now I want to know what kind of coverage she's getting. And, like, how I'm possibly only paying $150 a month for two cars, and one of them being a Camaro. Okay, it's simple. I have the absolute highest deductible, and I have, like, not that great of fucking, like, anything, really. In PA, you have to have, like, this extra crap for, you know, if you want to sue somebody or la 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 la. Well, here's my thing, okay? And it can work this way. There's a trick around it. Look what I'm talking to you guys on right now. I have a dash cam, okay? And I also happen to have 4 cameras on the outside of the car. So, considering I'm not a risk driver and I don't, go flying down the road, for me to be able to trust myself to know, okay, I know I'm catching what I'm doing on camera, so, not only is it proof that I didn't do anything, but it's also proof if I did do something, that's where it plays a factor. So, if I get into a collision, and it is somebody else's fault, it's just simple. I got the proof that they did it. I don't care. Like, done. Like, if you hit me and you fucked my car up, I got 5 cameras showing you fucking my car up. Like, done deal. There's my insurance. I have it. So, I don't have to worry about taking somebody to court and trying to sue them, this, that, and the other, because, guess what? If you hit me, I got it. Done deal. See me in court. Here's 5 cameras. Pick an angle. So, on top of that, so that's kind of where the whole camera thing started. And then with doing YouTube, it just kind of worked. Now, it's actually kind of funny because a lot of people don't understand why I would put, cameras on the outside and have them 3M'd to my paint. Well, it's simple. Gregory Salvatore tried putting a camera on the back of his car, like kind of in the same location. His fell off. He used the suction cup. Not the GoPro one. I don't know how that works outside. I have the GoPro suction cup on the inside. That's what I'm using right now. But I have the 3M and the actual, mount. So chances of my cameras falling off is kind of slim. I'm able to actually have some bit of a warning because I always check the cameras, before I drive off. So I'll know if the adhesive's starting to come off, which I'm pretty sure by next summer I'm going to have to replace it. I'm pretty sure that over the winter it's going to, get shitty and, I'll have to switch them out. They might lose their adhesion. But, yeah, so a lot of other people also, like Gregory, they're like, well, how can you just put that on your paint job? Well, it's just simple. It's just like having a decal or anything, bumper stickers and shit like that. I don't like all that gooey crap. But, if you have, an emblem, the Camaro has the bow tie on the trunk, and mine has, the RS logo on it, shit. It's the same thing, You just take a piece of fishing line, get behind it and yank it off, and then you just use, Goo Gone or something and just, wipe off the remaining shit. So it doesn't do any damage to your car whatsoever. That's why I made sure I put it on metal pieces and not plastic. Because I don't want to try to rip it off of plastic. I'd rather, rip it off of metal. Now, what else can I cover? Oh, yeah. The maintenance of the car. Alright, so registration is about $37 for a year. Boom. Done. Let me see. Tires. Okay, there's another thing. I have the stock rims that come with the 2LT RS. They're bigger rims. A lot of places, if you go to the Chevy dealer, I know my 2 rear tires are $450 a piece. So that's $900 just for the 2 back tires. The front tires, I'm not 100% sure because, again, I didn't have Chevy do my tires. As soon as I heard it was going to be $900 for the 2 back tires, I was just kind of like... And, the cheapest I have found my tires, Firestone. I have Firehawks. And I'll tell you what, they're great tires. I've had no issues. I have not slid nothing. They're wonderful. $750 for all 4. Boom! You can't beat that. $750 for all of them compared to $900 for just the 2 back tires? Shit. So, there's that. Now, gas, depending on, what's going on, it's usually about $40 to fill it. I put 89 in it. $40. Right now it's been bumping 50 because of the hurricane crap and all, so gas prices went up. So, $40 to $50 to fill it, and I get a lot of miles out of it. Right now I have half a tank, and my fuel range gauge says I have 209 miles remaining. So, I get about 400 miles off of a full tank. So, that's pretty good. It lasts a while. you know, obviously if I go do far car shows and shit like that, it kind of wears out quick. But, you know, it's really not bad. 400 miles for about $50 is not bad for a sports car. Now, again, if you know, go flying with it and you're hard on it, then yeah, that's going to, you know, change things up a little bit. So hopefully you guys understand this a little bit better. It's not that expensive to actually have a Camaro. You know, other cars nowadays cost a lot more, actually. You know, I stopped in at a Dodge dealer and checked out some cars, and let me tell you, you can buy like a Jeep for like $40,000-$50,000. You know, so to get, you know, this kind of a car isn't bad. So to touch base and kind of defend Greg in a way, you know, I got a $40,000 car for $23,000, and I have no monthly payment on it. So Greg's theory of how to own a $40,000 car for $200 a month can work, because I own a $40,000 car for nothing a month. So, you know, again, it just really depends on, you know, your situation, but he's not actually wrong. It's just very vague. And it depends on your circumstances, too. I'm sure there are some people out there, I'm just saying, like Mo Vlogs, I mean, shit, he can go buy a fucking $3 million fucking Bugatti and, you know, own it the very first day and post up a video how to own a Bugatti with no fucking monthly payment. And guess what? For him, it's a fact. Not for everybody else. However, I'm sure if, like, Donald Trump, for example, wanted to go do it, it would apply to him also. They got money to do it, you know? So, again, you know, what people say, you shouldn't lash out at them for trying to give advice, and just to at least let the public know, because point is, if, you know, you don't have the money to get the shit to begin with, then let's face it, you're not getting it. Now, there was a time when, you know, it was like that for me. I had a job, and it was when the 2010 came out, okay? And the Camaro just rebirthed, and it was like, fuck yeah. It came out with the green one. And I'm telling you, the green, I fucking loved it. I, like, lost my shit. So, there I was, okay? I was working, and I had some money saved up, and I was like, you know what? I want to get this car. You know, Camaro was my dream car. Besides the Corvette, but at the time, I was like, I ain't never getting that car. Well, now I do. So I went there, and I found out what it was going to be a month and everything. Now, the bullshit part was the Chevy dealer wouldn't even let me test drive the car. And it was the same Chevy dealer I went to before I bought this one with cash, and they still would not let me test drive a car. So I went to Ford and got this, which sucks because I could have gotten a brand new, you know, 2015 for that amount of money, and it kind of irked the hell out of me. But anyway, I got a much more expensive car, you know, for the same price as I would have gotten a new one. So, it's not too bad. Anyhow, you know, so I went there and I was going to get it, and I thought, you know what, let me be responsible. You know, I was a teenager. I was like, let me just be responsible. I want to go into my job and just make sure, like, you know, am I on good standard terms? You know, is everything good? Like, you know, just to find out if I have a secure job, and that for the X amount of years that I'm going to have to pay towards the car, you know, that I'll have the job. Well, funny story. Thank God I did that, because I would have lost the fucking car. I went there, and literally before I can even ask anything, I got told, hey, you got to come in the back. And I was like, shit. You know? Well, the restaurant that I worked at, they closed down. They went out of business, in my area anyway. So I was just like, oh, fuck me. There went the Camaro. So, you know, a few years passed. I kind of got my mind off of it after being all pissed off and disappointed, and was just kind of like, all right, you know, it's not happening. I'm not getting a Camaro. You know, that was kind of like game over for me at that point. I just, you know, kind of forgot about it. And then my Dodge Magnum I had took a shit on me. The fucking motor blew up. And here we are in a Camaro. So, it is possible to have your dreams come true as far as a car. You know, you never know where life's going to take you. You never know what kind of money you can have in your pockets at a certain time. You know, things can change. You know, I never expected, you know, I'd be married and have kids and all this shit. You know, I'm just like, I lost my shit. Like, it's so awesome. Like, I got the Camaro. I moved to Pennsylvania. I got married. I got 3 stepkids. I got a baby of my own. And I have now a Corvette. And I'm a part of a totally awesome car club. I have a YouTube channel that's not doing too bad. You know, so it's awesome. Like, my life has totally changed just dramatically. So, you know, shit can change for you. Now, if you're the type of person that's sitting behind the camera right now watching and thinking, like, it'll never happen for me, it can. You know, step 1, move to a different area. You know, that was something I was told when I was younger. You know, move to a different area. There's, you know, shit that's different. There's different people. You know, everything's going to change about your life. And I took that step. And, you know, here I am. You know. And honestly, I would love to look back on this video myself, like 2 years from now, and make another recap on this and be like, now here I am 2 years later. What the fuck do I have at that point? Like, I could be rolling around a fucking Lamborghini for all I know. You know, I don't know. You never know where life's going to take you. So, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it has helped you in any way, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell down there if you want to be notified as soon as I post up a video. Now, go get your Camaro. Or buy a Corvette. Either one. Makes me happy.
Epitome of cool for so many kids. When I seen the 2010, yo, it flipped my lid. It's a Camaro, 67 to present, a legend, so I'm giving it mention.